If you'd like to learn 3 cocktail recipes created by one of the most important bartenders of the modern cocktail renaissance, then stay tuned, because we're going to be diving deep into the catalog of Audrey Saunders. Welcome to Cocktail Limelight. I'm your host, Erick Castro, and today we're going to be exploring 3 cocktail recipes created by one of the most important people in the modern cocktail renaissance. That person is Audrey Saunders. Audrey Saunders is one of the biggest influences on me when it comes to creating cocktails. She's someone who, before I even had the chance to meet her, was already a profound influence on the way that I think about and approach cocktail making. One of the things that I respect so much about her perspective on cocktails is her ability to create incredible drinks using ingredients that we all already have in our bars. Instead of going on a wild goose chase, looking for wild and esoteric ingredients, instead, Audrey Saunders looks at time-tested ingredients and thinks about them in a new and novel way. And this type of creativity is only possible by really knowing not only your ingredients, but also the way that your ingredients interplay with one another. This is why so many of her cocktails felt like classics even when they were brand new, because there's a timelessness to them, and replicating that is not an easy thing to do. But enough of me fanboying over here, let's get into these 3 cocktails. This first one is called the Old Cuban. It's a sparkling rum cocktail that takes all the best aspects of the French 75 and the best aspects of the mojito and combines them into something new. To make one, first we start out with 2 dashes of Angostura, along with a handful of mint, which is about 12 mint leaves. Next we follow up the mint with 3/4 ounce fresh lime, along with 3/4 ounce simple syrup. Lastly, that combination is topped off with 1.5 ounces of aged rum. Now let's add some ice and give it a good shake. Now we're going to strain the contents into a chilled coupe. Now we're going to top this off with some sparkling wine. We're going to finish it off. We're going to garnish it with the mint leaf. And there you have it, folks, the Old Cuban. Elegance and sophistication in a glass. Amazing. The second cocktail that we're going to be showcasing is a Manhattan variation that's an ode to one of the most historical neighborhoods in New York, Little Italy. To make a Little Italy, first we start out with 1/2 ounce of Sweet Vermouth, followed up with 1/2 ounce of Cynar. Next, we're adding 2 ounces of Rye Whiskey. Next, we're going to be adding ice to our mixing vessel, giving it a good stir. Now that we're done stirring, we're going to go ahead and strain this cocktail into a chilled Nick and Nora. Now for the garnish, we're going to be dropping a single brandy cherry into the drink. And there you have it, folks, the Little Italy. Now the last cocktail that we're going to be making is called the Gingen Mule. And honestly, what can I say about this drink that hasn't been said already? It's herbaceous and nuanced. It managed to combine so many flavors all into one glass. Honestly, I could drink these all day, and I'm sure that at one point I actually probably have. But without further ado, let's go ahead and make one. First, we're starting out with a handful of mint, followed up with 3/4 ounce lime juice, as well as 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, followed up with 2 ounces of London dry gin. Next, we're going to be adding some ice and shaking it up. Now that it's all shaken up, we're going to be straining this over ice into a chilled Collins glass. Now we're going to go ahead and top it off with some ginger beer before garnishing it all with a mint sprig. And there you have it, folks, the Gingen Mule. Guaranteed to quench the thirst while delivering a little bit of complexity, yet approachability. Cheers. And there you have it, folks. 3 cocktails created by one of the greatest cocktail minds of the modern cocktail renaissance. The main reason why I wanted to showcase these 3 drinks and the ever-talented Audrey Saunders was because I feel like it's important for bartenders to make sure that not only do we know our history, but we also know the current era, because only then will we know where we're going. With that in mind, are there any other bartenders that you think I should be featuring on a future episode of Cocktail Limelight? If so, leave their names below, and who knows, maybe 3 of their drinks will be featured on a future episode. Now, don't forget to muddle that like and subscribe button. And also, if you'd like to dive deeper into the world of craft cocktails, be sure to check out the Bartender at Large podcast, which I host on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere else that podcasts are found. With that said, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you again next week.